Okay, families of graphs. So the greatest integer function is one example I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you something you're probably a little bit more familiar with. What we're going to do today is move function graphs left, right, up, down, shrink them, and expand them, and flip them over the x-axis. That's what this is all about. Okay, this is what we call the parent function, or parent graph. That's the parent function. This is the parent graph. Okay. What do parents have? Oh, children. Parents have children? Yes. I hope they have money. And I hope they have common sense, although that seems to be lacking in society today. Just certain parents. Okay, so we are going to do that. What does that 2 in front do? Anybody have an idea?
It increases like the distance between the steps.
Yeah, it's a new slope basically. So it multiplies the distance here by 2. So the new one's going to look like, it's going to still be on the origin, but it's going to move it, it's going to be 2 times 2 everywhere. Oop, that's not where it is. All right, so basically lots of ways to describe it. It's a steeper slope. If it's linear, it goes up faster. You can have it a number of different ways. So instead of this one being 1, 1, it's now 1, 2. So it takes that 1 and times it by 2. Here is 2, 2. Now it's 2, 4. Okay, so it expands it. It might have not been the best color to use. But. What? This does, it's 0. Right?
I know, that's why I'm saying
yeah.
You can have like 2 or something, it would be the same.
Yeah, I'm going to show you one, actually. Let's look at that. That's a good question. Okay, now I've done something different to the parent. It has a new child. +3 outside of the brackets. Okay, what you have to understand is it's outside the brackets. What does it do? Up and down. So this one would go, yeah, it's a vertical translation. We're using math words. Up 3 units. So take the parent The whole parent graph and just shift it up 3. 1, 2. Okay, so I've just taken the blue one and moved it up 3 units. I saw something funny. No, yeah, it's very appropriate. Okay. Are you with me on that? How would I move it to the left 3 units?
Subtract 3, or no, you have to add 3 on the inside of the bracket.
Inside brackets. Okay. Be careful here because it's the opposite of 3 units. It's a horizontal translation. Left 3 in this case. So I take the parent. Its new child is 3 units to the left. You'll notice some of these match up. What? I'm not going to write this one down, but what happens if that's a that 2 right there is a negative? The slope is positive 2.
It would go the other. It would like go the other. Instead of going that way, it would go that way.
Yeah, it's negative 2 now, so it flips it over the x-axis and makes the slope negative. Okay, I'll show you one of those. But so basic, that is a vertical change. That's a, so this compresses it or expands it by vertical units. This is a left or right, or sorry, up or down translation. This is a left or right translation.
Wait, the orange is up or down?
Yes, it's a vertical translation because it's outside of the brackets. Let me show you x. That should be one you're familiar with. That's the parent. Oh, children. Okay, here's one child. He's the complete opposite of his parents. What am I going to do to the original graph? Yeah, so we reflect it over the x-axis, and it goes up slower or faster? Slower. And so it's actually going to be wider. So if I put a 1 in there for x, it gets me negative 1/2, 2, and then a 3, see how it gets wider faster? That's what a fraction does, but the negative flips it over. All right. We'll start combining them a little bit. So the goal here would be for you to be able to look at that and say it goes this direction and this direction. Anybody? Down 3?
Down 3 and to the right.
Yep. So we take the original parent, down 3, right 2, and just copy it. And we have our graph. I showed you the parent graphs yesterday. We had constant, linear. Do you want me to put these on paper for you, the parent graphs? How about a cubic? Do you want that down?
Yes.
Okay, there's a cubic. How about a rational? Okay, that's rational, means it's a fraction. So 1 over x. What else is there? Square root. You know what constant, linear, and absolute value are. I gave you greatest integer and quadratic, so I think we're good to go.